no poppy seed. Hardly can speak no English, but counting up the guap we eat. Yeah, baby, that's why.
It's the National League All-Stars taking on the American League All-Stars. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started. And on the hill, Corbin Burns. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, his main pitch is that cutter, and he will use it to jam guys, especially opposite-handed matchups. And then, same-handed matchups, just trying to miss the barrel of the bat. He's just got to make sure that he doesn't start it over the heart of the plate, because then it can go right into the sweet spot of the bat. When it's right, it's got late horizontal movement, so he still has to mix in his other offerings. You can't just rely on that cutter. Otherwise, hitters
the 0-1 comes up empty. That's strike two.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Kicks and deals. There's a swing and a drive. Kwan sprinting after it. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a miss, strike one. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience. That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Trey Turner at the plate. And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. The shortstop takes the ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Just missed. That's the ball. Marte on at second with 2 down. Edge of the zone for a strike, and now it's even 1-1.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Inside, just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a ground ball. And that's a fair ball. The throw in. The tag out. But 1 run does score on the play before the inning ends. So they get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. National Leaguers out in front. 1-0. Back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, Paul Skeens.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
That's in there. Swing and a foul straight back. One and two now. Altuve waits. And that just misses.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Pitch misses there, and now it's 3-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that's going to get into the corner. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Man, that was a pretty good battle to play, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one in triple digits.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And a curve is down and in.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Here's Juan Soto. There's a strike at the knees. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score and then tie it as the go-ahead runner pulls up at third.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Here is Aaron Judge. Golden opportunity right here. Outside with a breaking ball.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Base runners at second and third here. No outs. Outside low. And now 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And there's a ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Yordan Alvarez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Swing and a foul out of play. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. That clips the corner.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches.
Struck him out looking.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Tied up here in the early going. Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season. And another ball.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Next offering is in for a strike. Henderson on third. Soto on second. Judge at first. One gone. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. The throw's offline. He's safe. And a 2-1 ball game now.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Check swing. He held up, and it's 1-0. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Fastball for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 3-run dinger, and they add to the lead. It's 5-1.
Pitchers hate going against Jose Ramirez because he tends to punish the baseball. This is just the latest example of it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And that one fouled off. And 1-2.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Two out, space is empty. Not close with that one. It's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now 5-1.
He is a talented player. His big brother Wilson has voiced that his little brother may end up being better than he is.
Burns back to work. Burns, a righty that throws with power. 30 years old now, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Next pitch is outside.
2-0. Ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one misses.
Take your bait.
So a leadoff walk.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Now it's Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. And that's in for a strike.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. On the ground to first, and it gets by him.
Batting seventh from the Atlanta Braves, the designated hitter,
First and second, no outs. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And that is downstairs. And that is ball one. First and second here, no outs. Swing and a miss.
Well, Boog, we got Burns working on the mound in this one, and he's a guy that rose through the minors rather quickly. Drafted back in 2016, and he made his major league debut just 2 seasons later. That's a fast climb, and he's been able to conquer lots of challenges thrown his way.
Oh, look at the stop. Off balance feed, there's one. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
No, that's
that
out.
misses off the outside edge.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
And that one clips the corner. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
2 outs. Hit on the ground to the right side. Boots it. Gets off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Misses outside. And the count even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Boom. Off of first with 2 away. And a ball evens the count. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. The AL leads it 5-2. Back at Truist Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That one almost got him.
1-0.
Grounds one to short. Turner on to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting second baseman, Jose.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. A double and a run scored his first time up. That misses the zone. Ball one. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first. Got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
The next pitch misses. 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
No, that missed.
Ground ball left side. Boom. Sends it across to first, and they get Altuve for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Gunnar.
And here is Gunnar Henderson. He reached on a walk his first time. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Oh, 1 down. Gets under it and pops it up. Boom. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. AL down quietly. And it remains 5-2. On to the third inning. Stepping in, Ketel Marte.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former fourth-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. And that drops in for a strike.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Down the line. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. That one misses, and that's ball one.
Ball.
One out, base is empty. Ripped to short. Tosses to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
The batter number 7, shortstop, Turner.
Here's Turner now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One ball, one strike.
And that is out of play. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. And that's a double.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
And now here is Harper, the first overall pick back in 2010. That misses.
No, that's low.
And that's ball one.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Check swing and a 1-0. Appeal to third. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. And it remains 2-2. Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. NL leaves 1. They trail at 5-2. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's a big power threat. Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average. But there's on base and slugging too. Fastball for a strike.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Handles, throws to first. They get the out on Soto.
Fielder, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Walked his first time.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
That one catches the zone. 0-2.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Ground ball up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. Judge out on the play.
The batter, number 44. Designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
It's 0-1.
Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Out to center. Profar. And that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras.
Well, I got a chance to meet William during spring training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues. And this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes. The words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well. Said, yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually.
And they'll do it again. Going to count 1-2. In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. 1 for 1 with a single so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Contreras on at first, nobody out. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Ground ball could be 2. Throws to Henderson. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Lifted in the air down the left side. Brings it in for the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Activity in the bullpen. Shota Imanaga up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Glass now getting cranked up as well. Next offering upstairs. And that's outside. And that's in for a strike. And now 2-2. On the ground to third. Gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the American League, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. In the air, left side, Profar. 2 down.
The catcher, number 35.
2 down, base is empty. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit. Caught looking his first time up. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That misses. No, that's high. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
That's inside.
Full count.
On the ground to the left. Trey Turner gloves it. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. We're headed to the 5th. The AL out front here. 5-2. And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Alec Bohm.
Whoa.
And then if I retreat, then I'm worth pulling the trees. And man, I want to be blameless. Strange and unashamed, about as tame as a flame is. Timid as a lion, quiet as a hurricane is. Reading on my tombstone, dude wasn't playing, written with exclamations.
Burns back to work. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Soto pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Number 7. Jurickson.
Here's Profar now. Grounded out his first time up. Profar gets a piece there.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Marte in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's a lead for the American League. 5-2.
Now pitching for
back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Shota Imanaga.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now at the plate, Stephen Kwan. Grounded out to short in his first trip. And first offering is fouled off. Shota, an all-star. He joined the team as a free agent. And it's fouled away. Line to left. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Man at second. And that misses.
Ball.
And the count is 2-0. Fouled off left side. And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Henderson stands in now and watches strike one. Runner at second here, one gone. Check swing called strike. No balls, two strikes. Stays alive. Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boogie, you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And now it's Juan Soto.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. AL leaves 1. They're still out in front 5-2. Today we deliver a powerful message as we join our partners Stand Up to Cancer and reaffirm our commitment to the fight against cancer. Major League Baseball, its fans, players, and coaches are united in our determination to defeat this disease for our friends, our families, and our communities. For more information and how you can help, go to standuptocancer.org. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And there's a foul ball. Tatis waits. Pitch in the dirt, and a count 1-2. And that's outside. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Trey Turner now.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Right through there for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Fought off foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Little chopper rolls foul.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Burns with a move to first. Tatis, the base runner at first with 1 out. And it's even up. Tatis runs. There's a ball. And safe. It's a stolen base. 1 out and a runner at second. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Pitch misses. 3-1 now.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
Contreras batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Bullpen activity starting up now. Kirby Yates preparing to come on if needed. Holmes, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Move to second. Tatis dives back in. Yoan. In there at the knees.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And now it's Christian Yelich, 1 for 2. Way high.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
2 on, 2 outs. Line drive, and that's just foul. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. And delivers outside.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Marcell Ozuna waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
To the right side, and foul ball. And they're all loaded up.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Corbin Burnes, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. A new pitcher in the game, Kirby Yates.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
So they're all loaded up. Next is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 2 in this one. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to. In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
2 outs, bases are full. Next pitch is outside.
Bases loaded here. If he walks them, probably not the worst thing, because the alternative could be a grand slam.
That one drilled left field. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double as they score a pair on the play.
You don't want to get greedy, but it's easy to imagine all 3 runners coming home to score with this type of contact. Yeah, the automatic double costs them a run, but they're still in a position to keep scoring.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here comes Alec Boehm. And the slider just misses. Out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Yelich crosses the plate. All tied again, 5-5.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder, Jurickson Profar. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Out to short, Henderson. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 3 and draw even. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. We're all tied up 5-5. Back here in Atlanta. And the batter now, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, we in goal mode. Going. Yeah, we in goal mode.
In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Strom also throwing. Judge waits. Just missed. That one misses, and it's 2-1. Line drive, caught.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. That one the other way. Profar makes the grab for the second out. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. That misses the zone. 1-0. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. So man aboard, and now Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs and another ball. Up the middle, Turner. They take the force out, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. We're through 6 full. We're all tied up 5-5. Back at Truist Park, we go to the top of the 7th, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. Just missed.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Next offering is fouled back. popped up. Ramirez. And there's one away. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch misses. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. That one not close, and it's 2-0. Inside, just missed. There's a strike. The 3-1 upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's Trey Turner, 1 for 3.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Just missed. Grounder off the pitcher to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kirby Yates done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. On the mound now, Tyler Anderson.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it's off the wall. One runs in. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there. In to score from first, and they lead by 2.
Everything came together for him. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And now, William Contreras.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's ripped. Base hit. Here comes Harper around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One gone, runner at first. Here comes Christian Yelich. Just missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Contreras leads off first with one away. No, he doesn't get the call. Now 2-0. Just off the inside edge. On the corner for a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
2 on, 1 out. Ozuna digs in now.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
First pitch just misses. That one missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next offering upstairs. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And that'll load the bases.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
So bases all loaded up. Boom. We'll hit next. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Fires to the plate. The tag, and he's out.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Anderson won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Andres Munoz. Profar climbs in on that left side. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Judge sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And that is that. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 7th inning stretch time. The NL leads it 9-5. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. Up and in, and it's 1-0. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Rutschman started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. And it is 2-1.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Foul ball. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. One down. Stephen Kwan getting ready to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. In the air, left field, down the line. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And now it's going to be Jose Altuve. Not close with that one. And that is ball one. Kwan leads off second with one gone in the inning. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And the sweeper misses. And ball four, 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter, Gunnar Henderson. And that's way high. Ball 1. And that one fouled off. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Juan Soto now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base hit and a run comes in.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Shota Imanaga is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is outside.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Tying run at the plate. And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The tying run at the plate. Swings and misses. That's strike two.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Got him! And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Now, Ketel Marte.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kenley Jansen getting loose out there. Kimbrel also getting ready. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count is 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Backed off the plate that time. And a swing and a miss there. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Tatis in the box now. No balls and a strike. Munoz, a former All-Star, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. And ball one. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Next offering is down low. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's down and away. And there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Turner. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a base hit into left field. That'll play. And now 2 aboard. here comes Bryce Harper.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch.
Now this one gets through. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 4.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Contreras now at the plate. Two on, 1 out. Ball 1 there. And a foul ball. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Turner at third. Harper over at first with 1 away. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the...
They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 10-6 ball game. Back here in Atlanta, on to the bottom of the 8th. And now the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Late swing, foul to the left. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Christopher Sanchez up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. And now 1-2. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the game.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember,
I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Ramirez in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that one is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a foul ball. Just misses. And the count is 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball to Bohm. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Offense held in check there through 8 full. The NL leads this one. It's 10-6. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Craig Kimbrell. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off. Inside. And 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Logan Gilbert getting ready to go. Reagans, the lefty, warming up as well. And there's a ball. Next offering is fouled back. And that one's a little bit low. 3-2 now.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Man at first, nobody out. Now here is Alec Bohm.
With the purpose, there is a reason. And then if I retreat, then I'm working pulling the trees. And man, I want to be blameless.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Ozuna gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Kimbrel ready. Here it comes. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Runner at first with no outs here. On the ground to third. Over to Altuve. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Jurickson Profar, the next to hit. 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a flyout, and a strikeout. This one popped up. Henderson makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 8-9-1, 2 up in the bottom of inning number 9. National Leaguer is out in front. It's 10-6. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Tyler Glasnow.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So digging in, Adley Rutschman. And that drops in for a strike. Next pitch is outside. And a curve misses outside. That one missed. Foul ball there. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it. On the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
He's 2 outs away. Stephen Kwan will hit next, and that's off the inside edge. 1-0. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Around second now, going for 3. The relay, safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing. And a fraction of an inch different on the bat. And it is probably out of here.
One down, runner at third. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. One away with a runner at third. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And that's a strikeout looking. Now only one out remaining.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
So it's their last chance in this one. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. In the dirt, blocked, and the runner holds. Kwan on third with 2 out. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Just missed.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that's through there for a strike. 3-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
This could end it. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the National League All-Stars slug their way to a win in this one.
Trailing by 4 runs can be pretty tough, especially when there's good pitching on the other side. But these players just kept fighting. They never gave up, and that's why they got back in the ball game and came away with the win in this one.